Welcome to Security Check. Today we have a special deck profile. Fata won a 26-man tournament.
Here in Turku.
Yeah, or 26 people.
Yeah.
And I was hosting it, so I could not participate playing, and I was judging it. So I'm super glad that Fata did take the W home, and we had the privilege to keep the W here in Turku.
Indeed. It would have been a catastrophe if someone else had won.
Yeah.
Nah. It was fun to play against like people from other cities again. For me, it's been like months at this point. Like maybe even half a year or something.
There's not so many bigger
There haven't been that many bigger tournaments, and I haven't like participated in like last 2 or something. So
me and Senpai ry from Turku, Turku's anime and manga people wanted to host tournament, and I wanted to host a tournament. I tried to talk to Kai, and was like, should we host a tournament? And then we did.
Yeah. It was a good one because we had better like space for it.
Yeah, we did have really good space. We had sponsors, Blockhouse Games, Puolenklut Pelit Turku and Fantasia Pelit Turku were all sponsoring the event, and 26 people showed up and played the tournament.
It was like biggest tournament since the first one we had in like Turku.
Yeah, the bigger one, the Blockhouse Games.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move to the deck profile. I take these security check sleeves.
Yeah. So I was playing Belphemon. If you have followed us in like social media, you already know this. But like, let's go with the DGX first. Of course, we play the best purple DGX, the Demimeramon from BT3.
Yeah.
And then I also play one Kaburimon from the BT13 because you really want to have the 5 eggs, and you don't really care if you get the inherited effects. You are not like, I really need this Demimeramon inherited.
Yeah.
Of course, you take it more willingly, but like. You have so many ways to just like you just destroy these guys because I play these. The 4 Proto-Gizmons, and well, let's just put all of them here. So it's 4 Proto-Gizmons, 4 Gizmon ATs, and 3 Gizmon XTs. This is my Gizmon lineup. I think the level 4 and level 3 are 4-offs instantly, and like then the XT is like, do you want to play like how many? What do you feel like is the right? I find this 4-4-3 split to be pretty good.
You did try the 4-off version also at some point.
I'm not sure if I ever actually tried the 4-off.
At least you showed some deck lists to me that had the 4-off.
Yeah, maybe, but I think I never actually played it.
Yeah,
but I think the level 5 is the trickiest one of them because it's harder to play, of course, and stuff like that. So you don't want to like get a million of them in your hand all the time. And then I'll show the high end of the deck. So of course we play 4 Belphemon sleep modes and 4 Belphemon rage modes. These are given. It's like these are the win conditions of your deck. You need to find them. You want rage mode in your trash and sleep mode in your hand.
Yeah.
And that's you need to find these cards you play for because you really need them.
Yeah, and the Proto-Gizmon or Gizmon engine really helps you to find them.
Yeah, you cycle so much when you get going. So, and it's like I did make some interesting plays in the tournament. In like, first time in forever I played. I evolved into rage mode with Astamon's effect.
Yeah.
It was wonky, but it's a thing you can do.
And sometimes you need to do that.
Yeah. Then the other supporting cast of the deck. So in the level 3s, I play 3 Fascomons. It's okay card, I guess. It's not like... I'm not like thrilled about this card. It's like, it's good, but it's nothing phenomenal. It's like, it gives you more like draw and trash. So
Yeah,
but I've been thinking of using the new Gabumon from the starter deck now that the starter deck wasn't legal in this tournament yet, so it's like I could try out the Gabumon because it gives you ability to gain more memory at the start of your main phase if you get it out of the like raising and stuff.
The starter decks will be legal tomorrow. This comes out Thursday, so but the Fascomon probably is best when you pair it with Demimeramon.
Yeah, that is
because they have the exact same on deletion.
Yeah, you get to cycle a lot.
Yeah.
Then I play two Smug Boy Psychmons. They were the MVP of the tournament. No, well, they were the finals MVP.
Yeah, the final match was against Blue Flare.
Yeah, and well, Psychmon is a strange card because against like 70 to 90% of the field, it does nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, but when it's good, it's really, really good. So I think you need to play like a couple of them because it's a good card against like Blue Flare and Royal Knights, and both are played in this format. So it's
also cross.
Yeah, it's also an anti-combo with your own stuff at some points, so you need to keep that in mind. You cannot like you can destroy the Psychmon with your Gizmon AT and get the cost reduction.
Yeah, because it's when you would play this card by deleting one of your level 3 Digimons reduce the play cost by 4, so you destroy it before you play it.
Then I have a one-off Gazimon. This is a little bit of flex slot, but it comes up at some matchups where you can just slam Gazimon on the field and like really block what your opponent wants to do, but it's not as powerful as it once has been. So in the level 4s, together with the Gizmon AT, I play 3 Icemon scatter modes.
Only 3.
Yeah, only 3 because you like the effect of the scatter mode, but you don't actually want to activate it that many times because it actually adds cards in your hand.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you have those games that you really just can't find your combos and you draw it with like 2 scatter mode effects or something, it gets harder and harder to actually
get rid of cards from your hand.
Yeah, and get to the 6 card threshold. Then, of course, I play the one Icemon. Especially in this deck, the fact that you can get another Digimon on the field really gives you lethals on some turns that on like Rage mode combo turns. So it's a mandatory card. Then I have 3 slots in level 4s that I would like to call like utility or toolbox slots. So first is the blocker Devimon. The list that I was basing this version of my deck played like 2 Devimons, but I haven't been the biggest fan of the Devimon.
You tried it out.
Yeah, I had the 2 of. I understand the idea that you want to have the ability to play blocker with Astamon's inherited effect, but I still don't think I need 2 of the Devimons. It's not like my favorites.
Yeah.
I do like Ogremon. It's a little like spicy, but it's an interesting card because you have the ability to play Ogremon in like situations where your opponent doesn't really like anticipated it with like Astamon's effect when you just trash 2 cards from your hand to end the
attack. And it's not super used card, so people don't know what it does.
Yeah, and you can get like Underworld's Call from security to play Ogremon and just like kill their Digimon or something.
Yeah, and trash 1 card from your hand.
Yeah, I have situations where like Shine Greymon brings out an Agumon, has like double or triple Marcus or something that just become Digimons. Then they attack with like Marcus and maybe hit Underworld's Call, or I have like sleep mode on the field. And then I play this Ogremon, and now your Geogreymon dies, and now your Marcus are basically useless.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's an interesting.
And Belphemon has really good matchup for Shine Greymon.
Yeah, it's a decently good matchup.
Yeah, well, maybe not really good, but
yeah, it's like Belphemon doesn't have like exceptionally good matchup against anything, I think, but
it's pretty good for everything.
Yeah, Belphemon is like almost 50-50 deck. It's like you have good chance against almost anything, but you can also lose to anything. But it gives you the ability to fight in the games, and like it has the ability to win.
Yeah.
Royal Knights might be the most challenging matchup if you don't find Psychmon, and they can easily like remove it, because you can't play that much aggro against Royal Knights because they have so many blockers, and like if you don't find Psychmon and your opponent has like Alphamon, they can just like curb your aggression. So
yeah.
And as the last like flex utility, level 4, this is maybe the flexiest of flex spots in the history of flex spots maybe ever.
Oh yeah.
This is Black Automon Uber. You can put almost anything in this place if you want. It's like, it was my like tech card for like mirror match, because you could like bottom deck their rage modes from the trash, or like maybe some other like purple decks too.
Yeah.
And it comes out of security, because I play a couple of other cards here that's really benefit from that fact.
If you didn't read it, it has on play by returning one card. One Digimon card from your opponent's trash to bottom of their deck, draw one, and so you can remove the rage mode from there.
Yeah, but I need to test out Witchmon in this spot to maybe like get like Astamons from trash or something back to hand.
Is Witchmon also? Oh, which Witchmon are you talking about?
The one that comes out of security.
The Mastermon Witchmon?
Yes,
yeah,
that one. Not the Belphemon started.
Yeah.
Then in level 5s, together with the Gizmon XTs, I have 3 of Astamon. Someone would probably say that it should be played in 4s, but it's again one of these cards that you want to find it because it's one of your big like combo pieces. But also, if you're stuck with too many of them, they do nothing. Yeah. They are so awkward in your hand because you don't really want to trash them, but then you're like, but I don't really have anything else, and
too many is too many.
Yeah, and you don't usually need more than one Astamon to win.
Yeah, so because like your sleep modes probably won't be removed from the field.
Yeah. And then in the level 6 slot, I have 3 Nidhoggmons. They are there to give you memory with your multiple trashing effects. So it's like you can either tax your opponent or like steal turns or anything like that. So
make them play more awkwardly.
Yeah. Or you can get more memory on your turn and so on. In the Tamers, I have triple Akihiro Kurata. It is the Belphemon Tamer. I don't use the first effect that much. I have used it just a couple of times because I prefer to do the Astamon things, so you can destroy your Gizmon when you play a Belphemon and reduce the play cost of the Belphemon with the cost of the Gizmon you deleted. But I prefer to get the Astamon combo off, so Akihiro is there to just cycle cards at the end of your opponent's turn and then maybe like delete a level 6 at some point.
Rage mode is really scary with the Akihiro because you can board wipe.
Yeah, it's the thing there. Then I play double Keenan Cryer from the BT13, I guess. Is it? Yeah, BT13. It's the tamer that on play your opponent can trash option or tamer card in their hand. If they don't, you get to draw a card and gain a memory. Yeah. So it can cost 2, or it can just like tax your opponent's resources. So, and then opponent's turn, when an effect plays a Digimon, you can suspend the Keenan and gain a memory. So it plays to like Gizmon replacement effects and the Icemon, Black Automon, or Astamon's inherit effect that lets you play a level 4 or lower.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things why I play these like utility guys there, because Astamon's effect gives me ability to play them from the trash.
Yeah.
So I like to have some utility there in my level 4s, some like options to play.
In purple, there's the good thing that your Digimons are never like one-time things.
Yeah.
You can always bring them back from trash.
Yeah. And like in purple, you have way more leeway to like branch out in different things than in most of the decks that are really like linear in their paths and stuff like that. So I can play any level 4 like purple Digimon and it's just fine there.
Yeah.
So it's like one of the things that I could try out is like maybe play the what is called the King of Mon promote or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Keenan was a really good card. It's like I have this problem now that the starter deck is out because the new Mat Tamer is like a good,
really good.
It's a good one, and it should it's a good one in this deck too, of course. But I can't fit Matt and Keenan in the same deck list, I think. So I need to make choices here. So
yeah.
It's an interesting situation because they both can gain me extra memory, and Matt is also, of course, a memory setter, but they have like different kinds of like little bit of different kind of situations where they're good. And Keenan can also activate from your opponents playing Digimons by effects.
It's Matt all turns.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
So the memory stealing is there.
Yeah. But I need to test it out.
Yeah.
So, but I really like the Keenan. There were so many. It was funny because
it ruined so many plays.
Yeah, and it was funny because at some point I was playing the top 4 match against Shine Greymon, and I think I played the Keenan, and my opponent didn't discard anything, I think, or trash anything from hand. And one of the onlookers was like, or was it? It was maybe after game, but like one of the onlookers was like, I don't know, you don't usually want to like discard anything trash anything for that Keenan. I was like, well, actually, all my opponents have discarded like 90% of the time today. It was mad. People were discarding. I don't know. It's like they were valuing that one memory and that one draw that I get so much.
And because I was judging, I saw you play because you played on the top tables, and I needed to check those the most. And in one game, I can't remember what game it was, but you play Keenan, you leave them to 2, and they have memory setter. They still discard one thing from their hand, and then they go to 3. And I was like, I don't know if that was the best choice, but sometimes you don't want to get the extra card to your opponent.
Then in the option land here, I play 4 Underworld's Call, which is probably one of my favorite purple cards of all time, and I'm so glad I can play it here. It has the effect that when you trash it with your effect from the hand, you get to draw 1 card, and as a main effect, and security is the main effect also, you can play purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from trash without paying the memory cost, and that's also why I want to play these utility guys also, so I can surprise my opponent with like random Ogremons and Black Automons and Devimon blocker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the trashing effect is good. Of course, you want to lower your amount of cards in your hand, but you also need to find your cards. Yeah. So it's like you want to trash this Underworld's Call in the early game just to dig through your deck and find the Rage mode, find the Sleep modes, find the
Because if you don't find them, you just lose.
Yeah, you are a bad beatdown deck at that point.
Yeah.
Then I have 2 Gift of Darkness. It's the Belphemon option that lets you delete a level 6 or higher Digimon, and then one of your Digimon may digivolve into Belphemon Sleep mode from trash without paying the cost. And security effect is also pretty fun because you get to trash a Digimon card from your hand and then delete your opponent's Digimon that has the same or lower level than the Digimon.
It's the attack of the heavy mobile Digimon.
Yeah, but you can discard like Nidhoggmon for it and and stuff like that. So it's
purple shenanigans.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's also the effect because this deck has only one good way to kill level 7 Digimons, and it is the Gift of Darkness. So it's like I've seen some of my Shine Greymon opponents just go to the burst mode, evolve to the burst mode, because this is the only way I can delete level 7 Digimon.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's a good card, and it wins games from security.
Yeah. Of course, any removal can do that.
Yeah.
And
this
removal is still really important in the game.
Yeah. And there are so many decks that can't even run removal from security. So I'm happy that I can have something that can remove stuff from my security.
Yeah.
Remove one of my opponent's Digimon from security. So it's like, I've played like Rosemon Burst mode. You can't really play any removal in that. Maybe Grande Soul or something. But it's so awkward. It doesn't feel right in the deck. But here this fits in, and it's a fun card.
It really, if you play it from hand, it really helps you out sometimes because you can digiball to the sleep mode.
Yeah, it's on those matchups where you you go to the rage mode once or the sleep mode, rage mode combo once, and then you can't finish the game, but then you can Gift of Darkness maybe your opponent has a big Digimon, you Gift of Darkness that, go to sleep mode from trash, and then you have the game locked up, basically. Yeah. And the last card in the deck is a Calling from the Darkness. Of course it is. A
classic.
This is a purple deck. Of course it plays purple. Calling from the Darkness. It's one of the best purple cards ever. So it's a given. And you sometimes just need new sleep modes or Astamons from the trash or something. So
yeah.
Or whatever you need. But it's a good card. We know that. This was my deck list. Maybe I could go through my
my day matches.
Yeah, I played in the first the 5 rounds we had of Swiss.
5 rounds of Swiss, and then top cut for 4 people.
Yeah, I played against 2 Shine Greymons, won both of those. I played against a Sukamon deck, which was really wonky to face, but it was one of the hardest matchups of the day for some reason, because it's so
aggro.
Yeah, it's so aggro. It's like if you keep even a bit slow hand, you might have problems with the deck.
Yeah.
Then I won that too. Then I played against Minerva Merva Rush Loop thing.
the last you had a 1-1 situation, and then the last,
and we were on time. We were on time. Yeah. Yes.
Because it was few seconds or 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
You swing to.
I swing with rage mode to security. My opponent flips Jack Raid, gains 2 memory. It goes 1 to their side, so my turn would end. But I use Rage Mode's end of attack effect to destroy my Protogismon to unsuspend, then use Protogismon's on deletion to play Gizmon AT from my trash, draw 2 Nidhoggmons, drop them, gain the memory, and attack for swing for game.
It was so hype. It was so anime protagonist moment.
Indeed. And then on the last round of the Swiss, I played against Blue Flare, and we tied that match 1-1. Then in the top 4, I played against Shine Greymon, won against that 2-0. It was a sitting game, waiting game. The second one especially.
Did you go to time?
I think we went to time, yes, or at least very close to time.
Yeah.
And then in the finals, I faced the Blue Flare again from the round 5. This time I won 2-0 because Psychmon is OP.
Yeah, that was the Psychmon carry.
Yeah, and I did draw pretty well in those. Maybe one of the things I should do more against Blue Flare is try to amass a stack with Astamon.
Yeah.
So I can just go evolve on Astamon on top of level 4, pop something, go to sleep mode, leave myself with like one Digimon to not give them the male Belphemon effect, and then they cannot freeze the Belphemon with Metal Greymon either. Yeah. So the only way they could freeze the Belphemon at that point is like Decker Greymon, I think.
Yeah, and they did not play Decker.
Yeah, that version didn't play Decker Greymon, and I'm not even sure if Decker Greymon is actually the right call in any like.
It's the worst level 5 in the Blue Flare.
And and you want to play the cyber launcher thingy because you need to get rid of the Psychmons and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was so funny to see you play against Blue Flare because you were prepping Blue Flare yourself.
Yeah.
And then you switched tables and then you know how to play against Blue Flare really good because you played it so much.
Blue Flare is a strange matchup with sleep mode because if you just do the normal Astamon combo, the Metal Greymon can actually freeze you, and even if sleep mode is unaffected by effects, it's still like it gets those
the
effects.
Effect is still active.
Yeah, and because it's the end of your opponent's turn when the sleep mode's protection falls off, then it's frozen.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then your rage mode does nothing. So it's like, of course, it does destroy level 5 or lower Digimon. So it's like, it's a strange kind of thing where like probably the Blue Flare cannot win the turn when you do the sleep mode combo, maybe, if they don't have like super aggression. But like, and then they need to go their own level 6 cards to actually keep on the field. Yeah. If you don't have the Tamer, because the Tamer can destroy the levels. So it's like your rage mode sweeps their board, but then it cannot attack, and then you need to do the sleep mode again and hope that's enough. Because when you go to the sleep mode again, it's not freezable by Metal Greymon anymore.
Yeah, that's true, because then there's
3 materials.
Yeah.
And then you need to try and keep yourself in like 1 Digimon so they can't use male Belphemon to freeze the stack and stuff like that. But it's a fun matchup, to be honest, because there's so much like nuance there, what you need to do or what you need to keep track of on both sides of the table, basically. Yeah. So, but it was a fun tournament. I really enjoyed playing against, and it was a good like confidence boost to myself. Yeah. Although I think I know I'm a good player, but when you play,
you are the national winner last year. Last year.
But like I haven't played against like people from other cities and stuff, and or any bigger tournaments. I haven't played any like online regionals or anything like that, or ultimate cups or anything. So it's like when you play against the same people again and again, you kind of get like a little muddy on the thing. Yeah. That are you really good, or are we good, or like,
I know what you mean.
So this was a good confidence boost, knowing that I still can play.
Yeah. And I want to give a big shout out to everyone who showed up, and big love for you, the Finnish community. Yeah. And shout out to Blockhouse Games and Fantasiapelit Turku and Puolenpuupelit Turku for
sponsoring the tournament. Yeah, we had great prizes and stuff.
Yeah, so we had 2 boxes of RB01 and for top 4, and then we had Blockhouse Games sponsored a box of EX3, 2 participation prizes, and then we had lots and lots of promos from Fantasiapelit and Puolenpuupelit.
Yeah, it was an awesome day, and I hope to keep playing Belphemon. I need to try out new stuff with the starter deck and stuff. Yeah. So there's still much to test.
We need to start prepping for the
for the nationals. Yeah. Again.
Once again.
Well, at least now we have all the cards that are legal in our nationals. So
yeah, that's true.
Unofficial nationals, of course, but it's nationals.
Yeah, it's still nationals. Yeah. Thank you for watching the video. Check out the Blockhouse Games link down in the description. And subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video.
Leave a comment. Yeah. What does your Belphemon deck look like?
Yeah. And we will see you at the next video.
Bye.
Bye.